Olive was in a beautiful garden on a hot summer's day. There were brightly coloured flowers everywhere and there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Ah, what a lovely place to be.
Suddenly, a little old lady in a large sun hat hurried past, muttering and groaning as she walked.
Oh, hello, I'm Olive. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm just so tired,
said the lady.
My name's Mary. I've been working in my garden all morning. It's hard work keeping a garden in such fine shape, you know.
And what a fine garden it is. But don't you want to just relax and enjoy the sunshine, Mary?
Of course, but the hot sun has dried out the ground, so the flowers have no water to drink. That's why they're wilting and drooping.
Oh, I see.
I've been trying to water them all day, but my watering can has this hole in the bottom, and the tap is at the other end of the garden. By the time I reach the flowers, all the water has leaked out. Look! Apart from doing a rain dance, I'm not sure what to do.
A rain dance? What's that?
It's a special dance you do that's supposed to make it rain.
Oh, I'm an excellent dancer. Let's give this rain dance a try.
Okay, it's worth a go.
So Olive and Mary danced around the garden, trying to make it rain. They danced and danced in the hot sun until they were so tired that they couldn't dance anymore.
I'm not sure we're doing this quite right.
Panted Olive.
No, and now it's not only the flowers that are thirsty, but that I can fix,
said Mary as she went off to get them both a drink. She soon returned, carrying 2 large glasses of lemonade, each with a straw in it. Olive was so thirsty, she drank it all down in one go.
Delicious.
Exclaimed Olive, feeling immediately refreshed.
If only it were this easy to help my thirsty flowers. How are we going to get the water to them?
Olive noticed the straws in their drinks.
Straws? Thirsty flowers? I think I may have an idea. Do you have any more straws, Mary?
Oh, yes, I have a whole box.
Olive took lots of straws and fixed them all together to make some really long straws that reached the whole length of the garden. She stuck one end of the straws into the ground at the base of each flower and the other end of all the straws into the tap. It was a pretty tight fit.
See? We've given all the flowers a straw so they can drink the water straight from the tap.
A wonderful idea, Olive.
Mary turned on the tap. The water started to flow along the straws.
It's working!
Cried Olive. Mary turned on the tap some more, but the extra water pushed the straws out of the tap. They flew everywhere and squirted water all over Olive and Mary.
Oh, what are we going to do now?
Just then, Olive felt a drop of water land on her beak, and then another.
It's raining!
As it rained, one by one, the wilting flowers started to stand up tall.
Oh, my little beauties look so much happier now.
Perhaps our rain dance worked after all.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been doing a thirsty flower rain dance.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive was standing in a park surrounded by tall buildings with lots of windows. Nearby, there were some kids riding about on BMX bikes.
Oh, these buildings look very tall.
She was wearing a blue hooded tracksuit and shiny silver trainers.
Yo, nice hoodie.
Said a voice. Olive turned around and saw 2 boys. They wore blue tracksuits and silver trainers, like hers.
Yo! Hello, I'm Olive.
Yo, Olive, I'm Ash. This is Sam. We're 2 of the super fast feet crew, the flyest dance crew around.
Oh, what sort of dancing do you do?
Street dancing, and we're competing in a big competition today. Problem is, our flipper Darren is stuck in a traffic jam. Without him, we can't do our routine, so if he doesn't make it in time, we can't enter.
What does a flipper do?
We'll show you.
Sam pulled out his phone and hit a button to play a video. It was the super fast feet crew performing a routine.
That's Darren in the middle. He's about to flip. Hey, yo, hey, ha! Hey! Yo, Olive, You're wearing a hoodie and trainers just like ours. Maybe you could be our flipper for the competition.
Well, I'd be happy to try, but flipping looks really difficult.
It's not easy. You need to be able to jump really high.
Olive looked around and noticed that the kids with their BMX bikes were doing some impressive tricks and jumps. But one boy had a puncture and was pumping up his tyre.
A bicycle pump. Trainers? I think I may have an idea.
Olive walked over to talk to the boys.
Excuse me, can I borrow your bike pump, please?
Yeah, sure.
Olive stuck the end of the bicycle pump into the sole of her silver trainer and began to pump. The shoe started to inflate. She did the same to the other one until she had created a pair of super bouncy super trainers.
Ooh, okay. I'm very tall.
Try a flip.
Suggested Ash. Olive started to bounce higher and higher, and then she did a double backflip.
That was tight.
It certainly was.
Let's go, Olive. The competition starts soon.
Darren was still stuck in traffic, so Olive performed with the super fast feet crew. The routine was going really well, and Olive did some amazing flips, bouncing on her super trainers. Soon, it was time for the big finish, a quadruple backflip from Olive. She bounced higher and higher and then straight into the flip. But Olive had flipped too high. She lost control and couldn't stop flipping. Just then, Darren arrived. He rushed into the arena and saw Olive somersaulting through space. Darren ran over, did a massive forward flip and caught Olive mid-air. They both landed back on the ground between Ash and Sam, and the audience went wild.
Yo, Olive, that was amazing.
Olive's final flip was so spectacular, it helped the super fast feet crew to win first prize.
Yo, thanks for standing in for me, Olive.
Said Darren.
Yo, it was no problem.
Said Olive.
I was one super flying ostrich.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I've been dancing and flipping with a street dance crew.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive found herself in a big arena with lots of strange equipment everywhere. There was a long beam, some hanging hoops, a mini trampoline, and some bars. It looked like the best playground ever, only there were crowds of people watching.
Excuse me, excuse me.
Olive heard a squeaky little voice, but couldn't see where it was coming from.
Excuse me, hello. Ouch!
Exclaimed Olive as she felt something pinch her leg. She looked down and saw a tiny mouse dressed in a sparkly yellow stretchy outfit.
Oh, hello there. I'm Olive. I'm Squeak. Sorry to pinch you, but I really need your help.
Squeaked the little mouse.
Well, I can try. This is the World Gymnastics Championships. It's my turn on the uneven bars, but I'm too small to reach them. It's the last round, and I always fail on it. Sorry to hear that, Squeak.
Just then, they heard a voice boom around the arena.
Representing Swissland on the uneven bars is reigning champion Rodenta.
Oh, not Rodenta. He always wins this round.
Rodenta shimmied his way up to the bars and performed a faultless routine of twists, turns and twirls, ending with the perfect dismount.
If you think you can beat that, Squeak, you've got another thing coming.
Smirked Rodenta.
Next, representing Cheeseland, is Squeak.
Oh, no. I'm never going to beat Rodenta's score if I can't even reach the bars. What am I going to do, Olive? Easy. I'll just pick you up, like this. No, please, you can't pick me up. I'm not allowed to be lifted up to the bars.
Oh, cheat. Rule breaking. I saw it.
Olive quickly put Squeak down.
Well, okay. But you still can't reach those bars, can you, Squeak?
Oh, Olive, he's right. What are we going to do? It's my turn.
Olive looked around at all the equipment.
A mini trampoline, a tiny mouse. I think I may have an idea. Cheese-tastic.
Olive grabbed the mini trampoline and placed it near the uneven bars.
Just bounce on the trampoline and you'll reach the bars easy.
Squeak climbed onto the trampoline and tried to bounce, but it was no good. He was too light to bounce high enough.
He can't even bounce on a trampoline.
Ignore him, Squeak. I'll jump with you. That way you can jump higher and I'm not lifting you up. 3, 2, 1, jump!
They bounced up and down, higher and higher, and then suddenly Squeak rocketed into the air towards the bars. He grabbed hold of the bar and performed an amazing routine. Oh! And then he finished with an astounding dismount. He flew off the bars, dived through one of the rings, over the pommel horse and onto the beam, where he did a roly-poly onto the bouncy blue floor and finished with a quadruple somersault backflip. The crowd went wild!
Not fair.
The judges were so impressed, they awarded Squeak a perfect 10.
You did it, Olive! We won! No, Squeak. You did it. Your performance wasn't just gymnastic. It was gymtastic.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I helped a mouse win a gymnastics competition.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive was outside in the rain, right in the middle of a large muddy field. She was wearing a maroon-coloured shirt and was holding an umbrella to keep her dry.
Oh, but heck, I'm wearing a sports kit.
There was a goal at each end of the muddy field, and behind one of the goals there was a large tree laden with apples.
Hey, number 7.
Shouted a tall pig with a clipboard.
Hello, I'm Olive.
I'm Sean Curlytail. I coach the Richmond Hockey Hogs.
He said, pointing towards a group of pigs all wearing the same maroon kit as Olive.
And you must be our missing team member.
Oh, how exciting!
Problem is, you're not the only thing missing. Today, I forgot to bring the hockey sticks and hockey balls. We can't play hockey without them.
Olive looked at the big apple tree.
Some apples? My umbrella? I think I may have an idea.
Olive organised the team into a large pyramid with hair at the very top. Olive hooked her umbrella around a branch that had lots of apples hanging down from it. She shook the branch and all the apples fell off it and tumbled to the ground.
Oh, this is all well and good, and apples are very tasty. But how does this help us play hockey?
Well, a hockey ball is small and round like an apple. And a hockey stick is a long, straight stick with a curve on the bottom. A bit like this umbrella.
Oh, brilliant idea, Olive. But to play a game of hockey, we all need a stick. Excuse me.
Piped up a small pig.
I'm Sophie Swine, the captain of the Hogs. Why don't we have a penalty shootout? We only need one stick for that. Great idea!
Said Sean, and he quickly organised the competition. Each pig would get one shot on goal using an apple as the ball and Olive's umbrella as the hockey stick. Sophie Swine volunteered to play in goal. Everyone took turns to shoot. Some shot too high, some shot too low. But every time, Sophie would get in the way of the apple ball and eat it, stopping it going into the goal. For one shot, she even did a backward somersault, landing on her feet and gobbling up the apple.
Well, you're the last player, Olive. No one has managed to get a goal yet. So if you score a goal now, then you're the winner.
Olive took a long run up and swung for the apple ball. But the pitch was so wet, she slipped. Her shot had lost all of its power. Olive watched as the ball rolled slowly towards the line. But instead of saving the apple ball by eating it, Sophie simply let it roll through her legs and into the goal.
Goal!
Shouted Sean.
Olive's the winner!
The other pigs cheered and lifted Olive high into the air.
Heck, I'm glad I won. So Sophie, why didn't you save my shot?
Sorry, I would have done, but my tummy's too full of apples.
Said Sophie before letting out a huge burp. They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been playing a wonderful game of hockey.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.